kuchapa kidole kwa haga ama sasa genius
Get his
mimi
G-spot.
Kuchapa kidole kwa haga si kitu kubwa.
yeah
Si haga ni yako.
mimi kila try kuona
Haga ni yako. Why are we worried about what you do with your fingers and your ass? This
yeah
guy was a modern day genius. Think about it. This guy came into the picture and he held all our attention. Nimefunga macho because najua God anaweza come anytime na
Akupata in that position.
vile aliingia Mary. God was come to enter me. Nikangoja God ahead. I met Raila. And Raila is sitting there saying how he feels for his country people.
kwa nini
I mean vile watu wamesota nini.
yeah
So nikakaa hapo. Nikaangalia nje kwa parking. Parking iko na helicopter 4 and 26 V8s. Nasema yenyewe kwa kweli ana he feels for his
but then sasa the biggest news ika happen drama yako na YouTube so kwa drama yako na YouTube pia sisi ukaenda umetuingiza kwa hiyo noma but history yako na YouTube if you are to be honest bado una insist kupata warning
uko na email mahali
kile vile muangalia that institution is too big to target an individual. Understand?
So what if
like
it
it's
did?
a machine.
What if it did?
It's a machine.
What if it did?
It would make no sense.
No, but what if it did? Let's go there.
What if it did? I'd be surprised. On a personal level, I'd be surprised because it's a machine.
Yeah.
Like, how many videos are uploaded every day on YouTube? It's millions. It's really hard for the machine to
So you've refused to accept that I'm such a big deal.
See, I'm not
Yeah, because
refused
that's
to
what
accept
you're
you're
in
a big
denial
deal.
right now.
I'm not.
Ndio kwa maana sasa unasema I siwezi imagine you've refused to accept that I'm such a fucking big deal.
I know
that
you're
in
a big
Kenya they have never banned anybody on YouTube but me. In Kenya.
Yeah.
I am such a fucking big deal that in Kenya they sat down, and that's why I told you either you were in that meeting
Yeah.
or but there was a meeting.
Okay.
There was a meeting where people sat down and said we have to get this guy off YouTube. Yes.
Okay.
So I am 100%. The same meeting that there was is the same meeting. There was a similar meeting to ban Andrew Tate. Jordan Peterson. Do you know Jordan Peterson?
Yeah, Jordan Peterson.
Have you ever heard him cuss?
See.
He was banned on YouTube.
Yeah, Jordan sikuwa najua alitolewaga. Jordan alitolewaga.
Donald Trump.
Donald na understand kwa nini
Understand kwa
alitolewa.
Why?
Ile raya uchoma picha for a president kuna vitu ufai kusema
Nasikia,
najua for a president azizi wacha ya Jordan Peterson ndio siko najua je
So for a president, nini hufai kusema?
a president has to be a unifying factor najua you can't have anything that has racial undertones najua kuita Kenya shithole countries
But
kuita
isn't
this
it a
East
shithole country?
African yeah it's a shithole country but you
Why are you
still
guys so
can't-
afraid of the truth? It's a shithole country. You guys are shithole. You are corrupt. You are everything. Why don't you want to be told the truth?
okay ya nani jo band ya YouTube sijaisikia ya nani Jordan Peterson that one I'm actually surprised so but with for example Fresh and Fit
Fresh and Fit walitolewa YouTube.
yes
They were demonetized.
Hizo zote zilikuwa-
A lot of masculinity coaches walitolewa demonetiziwa.
yeah
Yeah. So why is it so weird that
Where was this meet?
Kenya mmejidharau mpaka mwezi accept kuna mtu akona clout ya kutosha ya kuhave watu wa YouTube wakae chini.
yeah okay the way I look at it muiangalia gazi Jordan Peterson bado yuko ndio uko na zako still there 8.6
This guy
8 million
was-
subscribers
was even fired from the university that he had tenure in
who
Canada.
Peterson
Yes.
yes
He
but
was cancelled and he doesn't cuss. He was cancelled in Canada.
yes but
So
but
I want you to see
okay,
the
okay.
reality of it. The reality is that your time masculinity coaches walikuwa wengi sana, walikuwa wamekam sana.
yes
So they looked everywhere where there were these coaches and they targeted them
yes
and they took them out. This is the leftists.
yes the leftist
The corporate lesbians, you know, all these people who don't like masculinity. Yes. So they targeted, and I was one of the people who were targeted, and I was taken out.
Okay, but at least so me understand, like vile umesema juu ya Jordan is still there. I think with nyinyi, but now this is how I looked at it.
Sasa umehang na Jordan sasa, si ndio?
Zizi hivi mi niliangaliaga hivi when hizi masculinity channels zilianza kukujiwa, the red pill movement vile mlianza kukujiwa, ukiona wamekujia ule you can just chill for some time.
But that's,
and then,
but that's your strategy. It's a strategy of a coward.
It's not a strategy of a coward.
It's a strategy of a coward because
Skiza.
I mean they're coming for that guy. Eventually they're going to come for you.
No, skiza Buddha. This is how I look at it. One of the masculinity traits has to be, and this is the reason why maybe me na wewe waga tuna clash, because I can still question you. Unajua watu wako wanakuwaga KIBE is never wrong. Me go like this
focus
dude
on
is
what
wrong.
you're saying. What are watu wangu?
Yes.
One of the masculinity traits
Should be
is
you
what?
have to protect your source of income. So if this is your main source of income,
Where did you which book did you read that from?
it's just
No, you cannot say that.
a masculine man is a provider. Yes.
No, who said that?
You have to be a provider.
To who?
It's one of the to your kids and your family and what it has to
Stop
be.
talking about
That's-
masculinity. Let's talk about the issue at hand. Forget
Yes.
about masculinity.
so
Maybe
the
something
issue
you don't understand.
so the issue at hand ilikuwa hivi. Umecheki umse amezimiwa taa. Ukiona umse amezimiwa taa na yako mostly I think the problem they had with you was mostly the personality whatever.
They told you?
I see, they didn't tell me.
How
You
did
can
you
see you can see something from the outside looking in. You're like, umse since anaende out to individuals, this is what they're
But
going to
just
come.
earlier you said you don't believe that I didn't have a strike. You
This
said-
is the copyright strike maybe. Yes, that has to be there. The warnings have to be there.
What
Because mina
warnings?
juagani
What warnings?
three strikes and you're out, yes?
Yes.
So the 3 strikes and you're out, what you do sisi
So if I didn't have a strike,
auko nafaa kuchujwa without a strike.
so
There has to be.
if I put it to you that I didn't have a strike, which position do you take from that moment on?
I'd be like, hiyo basi ili happen in Kenya, haiku happen in YouTube. Hiyo ikuwa YouTube as an institution. That would have to be an
But
individual.
YouTube Kenya is still YouTube, right?
Yes.
So YouTube did this.
Okay. Let's go with your version. But then,
If we agree, let's assume
Yes.
that KIBE is a madman. He had over 3,000 videos. How many do you have right now in your channel?
it's still hatujafika 3,000.
Umefika tao?
Yes.
Yeah.
Think, yes. Because kuna hizi short, which we started doing because of you. So thank you for that.
Very good.
Yeah.
So imagine by the time unafika tao tatu, I want a YouTube strike because I've had YouTube strikes before. So I know what these things are.
Yes.
I mean, I've been on the platform for many years. I have over 3,000 videos. If we think about it critically, I probably was top maybe 100 in the world in terms of number of videos.
Yes.
Right? Talking head.
Yes.
How is it that I go to sleep and I wake up and the channel has been terminated? There was no strike. I've had strikes before.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then when we pushed on X, Dorothy Aoko or Ooko, I don't know what her name is. She came and said, "Yeah, he's been taken down because of community guidelines."
Yes.
Now, the funny thing, more of you know, is that I'm still on YouTube.
Yes, in different.
A lot of people have channels there.
Yes.
So it's not that they don't want my content. It's just that they don't want me. Because mimi nikifungwa channel, inaangushwa.
Yeah.
So now, the funny thing was, even the other channels waliangusha. Some of them didn't even have any content. As long as they were connected to my IP. Yeah. So I just started getting one after the other. Some of them, bro, there's one channel I'd only put, I think I was washing the car. So I wanted to go in the direction of doing content for cars. Yeah. And hata hii tumetoa, it has violated community guidelines. Bro, there was no sound. I was just washing a car. It was like a 2-minute video.
Okay.
So I know what cancelling means because I've been cancelled many times. So this was as good as it gets.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the
This was as
cancel
good as it
culture,
gets, yeah.
and we talk about the cancel culture and how dangerous it is. So, okay, maybe it was from the outside looking in, but Fresh and Fit were the first. I think were demonetized. Yes.
Yes.
So when Fresh and Fit were demonetized because of the red pill movement, mi kuwa na feel kama nyinyi red pillars mko mnafaa kutake a shot nini, alafu mjue
But
kunaendaje.
if we do, then they win. Because I'm not lying.
Yeah.
I'm on the side of truth. History will remember me for being the person who stood by truth.
But okay.
But sasa wewe, so you want me to back down? I don't know where to back down, bro. I don't know when to back down. I don't know when I've gone too far. Because for me, this is me. This is just me. When I open my mouth, this is me. So when do I stop? When do I say a good thing that the people will not cancel me for? Ndasema nini ndio mfurahie? Na since hii kitu nasema ndio imefanya ni munisikize, tena niitoe. Unacheki?
Yeah.
So nikiitoa, then I become fake just to please the people who are evil. It's not me who's evil. They are evil.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm standing by the side of truth. I'm always standing by the side of truth. It doesn't matter. Even though I say fuck, cuss, can't, anything. I'm always standing by the side of truth.
So which truth is this? Objective truth or personal truth?
No, there's a history of all the things that I've said, and we can track them down like a prophet. And we see where I was wrong and where I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I talk about truth, there's a list of truths that I've given before.
Which
and
truth?
my percentage is higher than I have passed. I'm like you in Starehe. Yeah.
We kile try to understand because
so at least hata kwa hiyo inafaa ikuwe tuseme kama umse amesema hii na hii na hii na zote zikakam true, at least maybe tuseme 98% zimekam true, then there must be something here. Hawa wanafai tu mse ni akina nani and what they are saying, because corporate Kenya is trying to kill content.
Yes,
they do that. That's why they're not sponsoring you guys. So it doesn't matter how much ass you kiss, they'll never come here to sponsor you because you represent that thing that they hate, which is what I'm fighting. You represent masculinity. So every time here you sit here and say Kajitombe, and that is why hatutaweka advert hapo. Now in your mind, Kajitombe is not a big thing.
Yeah.
It's conversation that we use every day.
It's get out of here.
Yeah, just get out of here. Talk hapa dogi wewe. Amesema dogi. You know, we must be sensitive. So you will never please people. So when do you know you've gone too far? You'll never know. You just stay doing what it is that you're doing.
Okay.
Look at someone like Trump. Trump, in 2020, they made the whole world believe Trump was mad when he told people they should take a drug called ivermectin. Right now, I think a few months ago is when they've come out to say that ivermectin is actually a miracle drug that is even curing cancer.
Yes, yeah. I need to check your ivermectin. Yeah.
So you sound crazy at the beginning because mainstream media has all been curated to make you sound like you're a madman. So even when, for you, Marf, when I hear you speaking like a mainstream media guy, I'm like, you're wasting this opportunity that you have.
Me, I never speak
because
like
as
a
long as you
mainstream
think
media
like a
person.
mainstream media, that's why you'll tell me, hey, Kibe, you went too far in entertainment. Marf.
Not too far in entertainment. All
Too
I was
far
saying
in
is
entertainment. Kuna Pornhub, kuna OnlyFans, kuna ingine ya Kenya hapa, kuna dema naitwa Kanini, hiyo ingiza mpaka inaitwa Fist. And she's still going to get endorsements.
Nani anaweza endorse huyo?
Is it Jamison? Jamison is endorsing a lesbian.
Okay.
Are you see what I'm saying? So let's stop pretending that we are such a moral society. Ati Kibe amesema kitu wadunga na ma lesbians wanakuwa endorse na EABL daily.
Okay, yes kona jua lakini.
Jamison Kenya.
Yeah. So
The Jamison tafuta ule dema alikuwa na fight na what was her name? McKenna. McKenna, the one who was alikuwa ni boyfriend ya nani?
Chris Mreithi.
Ude maliokoka.
Talami.
He knows the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yes, si Makena itogwa Chris. Ujagi ana identify ka Chris Mreithi.
Chris Mreithi.
What's her name? Michelle.
Mtalami.
Not Mtalami.
Mm.
Mtalami is the other one Loa Joho.
Watiula Jo. Wana bonga juu ya nani?
It's Michelle. I just don't know the other name.
Jo unabonga juu ya Tewa wewe. Una confuse watu wewe.
I don't make mistakes.
Because hiyo kulikuwa nayo scandal.
I know exactly what I was saying. Michelle? That's Mtalami.
Yes. Alipata
Mwenye ameokoka.
She found Jesus, which is good for her, man.
So wajoho ni mgani?
Ilikuwa allegedly ilikuwa
Natalie Teo.
Natalie Teo. Okay, I got it wrong.
Tutarisha zile allegedly. Lazima
Have you guys been sued yet?
azi hatujakuwa nini watu tunazirusha tu although nini ulicheki kuna huu comedian anaitwa Chira alifanyaga very funny set juu ya hiyo Joho na Tewa ulicheki
kitambo
so he had that shimo la Tewa joke ameshikanisha na Joho. It was a very funny joke. Siwezi kumbuka how he put it but unajua comedian twa Chira
I have seen him
funny dude
like remember nani alipelekwa mbio rest in peace aitwaje yule kijana yuko anajipiga finger kwa haga
nani
anapiga finger
Chira
Brian Chira
alikupiga finger kwa
that was
alipiga finger kwa
alikuwa naeka mtandao jo alikuwa naeka mtandao
boy alikuwa lakini disturbed
no
akijifira
Chira was not disturbed. Chira was a genius. Chira was a genius. He was a modern day
kwa nini genius ndio amechapa kidole kwa haga ama sasa genius
amechapa kidole kwa haga si kitu kubwa si haga
mimi kila try kuona
haga ni yako why are we worried about what you do with your fingers and your ass this guy was a modern day genius. Think about it. This guy came into the picture and he held all our attention. You know how hard it is to get attention. I mean, you've done this podcast for a minute.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to get people talking about you. Chira would get us talking about him anytime. Chira nazamka saa hii. Awashe kamera na tutaongea. Malaya wewe. Very nice. That guy was a modern day genius. He knows how to, he's like Prezo. And there are few guys like those. There's Chira, there's Prezo. Who else has that kind of energy? These guys like Pastor Nganga. This fruity guy from Mumia Sist, what's his name? Salasia. Easily charisma that nobody can fight. Okay, so we've had a couple of these guys. Look at Casmuel.
Yes.
100% Casmuel is a genius. Morara, a genius. Ndio mtaka kuwa head lakini it is what it is.
Yeah.
So we've had a couple of those, and Chira was one of them. One of the people we should have. He was just a genius.
Okay. So nini another thing ile sijai understand. Why do you feel kuna need ya masculinity coaches? Because we feel like niko naambia watu like music is a lot of reggae music. So sijui kuna najua msanii wa Barrington Levi.
Namjua.
So Barrington anakuwaga na ile
too experienced.
I need nothing to be a man because I was born a man.
Bullshit.
Yes.
There's nobody who's born a man.
I was born a man.
You're born a male. You're born a man. You're born a human species that is called a male with a dick.
Yes. So why do I need to be trained to be a man?
I mean, either you become a man, or the world makes you a man, or the world kills you. It's as simple as that.
So sindo na try kukuelewa sasa kusa kuna waseka mimi
because sasa wewe mambo na identity. If you don't get your identity, then what do you have? You don't know who you are, then what do you have? It doesn't matter. You see, like now there is something called checking in. I talk about this all the time. I don't know whether other people talk about it.
Yes.
But there's checking in. There's when you know who you are. When do you check in? So there are two checking ins. Kuna ile kucheck in. Sasa mwafa mengi into the world maybe at the age of 3 or 4 there. You know, we start now capturing memories.
Yes,
like the earliest memory you can remember. I remember my earliest memory was my sister being brought from hospital when I was 4. So my first memory was me looking through the window to see my dad's Volvo there, and my mom was coming out of the car. I hope you guys understand that. As guys had a car those days.
A Volvo.
Volvo. Barbie.
White.
Okay.
Tafadhali, please.
Yeah,
some respect on my name. So there's that, and then there's also now the next time when you wake up and become a man. It used to happen now through circumcision.
Yes.
So they had to prepare the boy. So the boy was prepared. He was told, now we're breaking off from mama. We're breaking off from the women. Now you're going to come into this place and be completely useful here and forget about that.
Yes.
So there was the second checking in where the man now got his identity. Now he has his tribe, he has the identity. Let's go. That doesn't happen anymore. There's no second checking in. Why? Because you're spending all your time with mama. So there's no masculinity that is checking in. There's no man there. So many of these people you're walking around, they're no men. That's why many men are running to get married. Why? Because you're still searching for mama.
But
if there was no mama in the picture, there was no need for mama. Why would I get married? nikaenda dem kwa how tunafanya nini. Dem anafaa kama pigwe sticken tembea na Yesu. Sticken tembea na Yesu. Asa dem anakama akaya hapa tu dem akakama kwa keja. The only reason mimi dem akakama kwa keja ni sticken. Hakuna kitu kingine.
But sasa unajua
so imagine ati nakaa na dem na ita dem wife. Kila saa yuko hapa ananiuliza maswali. Hey honey.
But sasa
I don't play those games because I have a world to build.
The counter argument to hiyo itakuwa mabuda zetu walikuwa nakuwa married. Nacheki. It was like one of those things that they used to do. And saizi wewe mwenyewe umesema men are spending more time with their mothers. So if their fathers were still getting married, then how can we say that marriage makes you less masculine?
You see, marriage has no value anymore. Kitambo ilikuwa na value when it had a purpose beyond just you and your dick. Yeah, beyond the woman trying to con you into some kind of arrangement.
Yes,
where you take care of her for the rest of her days. It was two families coming together where the father wants the son to get married so that he can keep this thing going. And then now the father would select the girl that he wants for the son before the son loses his mind. And then the son now would be given the woman and they continue this thing that they have. And now he can keep adding to his wives based on how much they have.
Yeah.
Beyond that, why are you getting married? Beyond your father wanting you to run his empire for him. Beyond that, why are you as Moaf getting married? What empire do you have that now you want to get married and bring kids into this world that is a big empire? No, this thing is if your dad had no money to make sure that he can sort this problem out for you, then you will never be able to sort it. You can't do it yourself. Udemata kuokota.
Yeah. Cause mi naiangaliaga hivi ni simple. Tunaishi kwa hii society, yes? Na kwa hii society ukitaka kuraise mtoi watoi wamereiziwa kwa two azizi. Kuna mtu takaga nini kuacha a part of you. Mi not just believe in life after death. I don't believe in life after death, yes? And nature dictates that niache nini inaitwa DNA yangu iendelee inakuanga ni genes for me to spread my
Where are you getting this information?
See, that's nature. The only reason
where are you getting this information?
See, that's just science. The only reason who steady
it dictates how.
That's the reason why I start getting attracted.
How does a man want
sex.
to have kids?
See,
don't you think that's madness?
Okay, let's look at it evolutionarily. Sindio? As ukigrow, unafika adole. Sindio? Adole ukifika nini uhappen, unaanza ku attracted to the opposite sex. Yes? Na unakuwa attracted to the opposite sex nini? Because unataka kuingiza kitu yako ndani ya dem. Yes. Na ukiingiza hiyo kitu yako ndani ya dem, ndio isemekana umeenjoy imefika mwisho ni njoti. Hiyo njoti waga inaleta nini? Watoto. So that's nature.
Yes.
That's nature trying to make sure that nimespread gene yangu. Yes.
What about you? Because we agree that that's nature. But what about you? You as a person, nikakama hapa sahi asubuhi nikupate. Ukiniambia na need tei.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you. Finding a man saying I need watoi. This is a madness in the head.
But
because it's not logical for you as a man to need that.
But it's logical fucking, to want.
But fucking, I'm not taking fucking away, but you can want to fuck. Yeah. Nature's way for a man to express himself is in him wanting to fuck and trying to fuck as many people as he can.
Yes.
Now, whatever happens on the other side, that is now their nature. It's not yours. It's their nature.
So according to tunafaa akufai kuwa na watoi ama kunafaa kuaje?
No, ukiona mwanaume akisema anataka watoi ujue he is psychologically disturbed.
Na okay, tuseme mse ametengeneza ido yote. Unataka iachie charity. Tuseme mse ametengeneza
kama saa hii tukiangalia Afrika ni akina nani wanageta watoi? Ni wase wako na pesa kupeana charity. So let's talk about reality. Reality is in Africa, the poorer you are, the more kids that you have. So Africa, everything upside down.
Unataka mmoja akutoe kwa ngori.
Yeah, because wewe mwenyewe ni useless, ungejitoa. So una expect sasa watu wako wakusaidie. Yeah. But if you look at real strong societies, the grandfathers are the ones who pay for college for their grandchildren. Do you know that? The grandfather, because he has to take away the pressure. Because the grandfather has had a long time The grandparents have had a long time to make this money. So they've saved money, nini. So when your kids get to that age, your parents are the ones who are supposed to come and say, hey, listen, if they need college money, DOE, because college money is a lot of money. So your wealth needs to go for generations. It just can't stay with you.
Yes.
Your wealth should be enough to bring in other generations. Now, if your dad didn't have that wealth, then your dad was a poor. Poverty was chasing him like a thief in the night.
Yes.
Okay? So what he has done, the only thing that your dad can give you is poverty. He has nothing to give you. So the first thing you must do is disconnect from this loser. Because ukifuata njia yake iko na nini? Iko na poverty. Ya kazi yake ni kudinyana. Hakuna kitu kingine budako ufikiria.
Reckless.
Mzee anaishi ziwa, nyumba ya 2 bedroom. Ako na watoi 6. Is that a normal man? No, is that a normal man? Let's be honest.
He is
Is
normal.
that a normal man? Mzee anaishi Ngara, 2 bedroom house ako na watoi 4. Is that a normal man? Usinishizi.
So wacha nikuulize. The counter argument to itakuwa ni simple sana. Bila watu kuzaana. Nacheki. Country is come to a standstill. You need kids. Like you need newer generations every time. That's why unacheki place ka Japan saizi kuna population problem. Nacheki. Japan wanaambia watu mkizaa tunawapatia do. Zaaneni tafadhali. That's how important kuzaana is. Wewe ndio umetoka kubonga juu ya mabilionea kwa magenius. Umekuwa ukicheki mse wako Elon Musk vile analia watu wazaane. Watu wazaani enough. Cause na need labor. Acheki. So just cause poverty imeku deal that hand. Maybe moja watu atajitoa kwa noma. Cheki, atajitoa cause at some point there's always someone who breaks the generational classes.
We're not taking that away. But we're also not taking that away from the fact that your dad was a loser.
Yeah, you inaweza kuwa.
Yeah. So let's address the elephants in the room, starting with our mothers. Okay?
So shida yako na madhako waga nini?
Hakuna shida niko nayo.
So ongea
But
mbaya.
let's address the elephants. The elephants are that our mothers were primed to take out our fathers.
How?
I mean, we've seen it, especially in the Kikuyu community. Hey, mama zetu wamewa mabuda zetu ni aje. Me the only reason why Buddha alisurvive labda ni vile wali separate. Otherwise, sasa angekuwa amekula pamba.
Wali separate at what age?
I think they have been together for 40 years. Imagine separating after 40 years. How long have you been with your wife?
Ashu. 10 years
Now
now.
imagine she waits 30 years and she does you. Cannot be here. I don't think you've invested everything. You've done everything and then she just tells you, get the fuck out.
40 years. Yo sinye mlikuwa bigi.
Yeah, look how big. 40 years, I think that was my sis. My sis had just turned 40. So when they got married, they got her very immediately after that. In fact,
Ulikuwa how old?
when my parents got married, there's a photo. I think I was the one who was in the belay. So there were 2 girls before me, and then I was the 3rd guy. And I was the first guy.
So ulikuwa how old by the time maparo na separate?
30 something ago.
Yeah. So hii basi na make sense kwa nini wo bonga mbaya juu ya marriage.
No, but I didn't
It's
care for
looking
their
at-
marriage.
But
I was
it's
not
because
a
you're
child.
looking at your parents.
I was able to process it. You see, if they had gotten separated when I was young, then I would never have been able to process. But now I'm a grown-up. I can see what's happening. Yeah, I'm a grown-up. I can see my mom for who she is. I can see my dad for who he is. When you're a child, you don't see those people. But
So-
when you mature and you grow up, then you can see your dad for who he really is. You see, when you're growing up, you're thinking your dad is this guy and you think your mom is this woman. But when you grow up, these are just your normal human beings like you who make mistakes and do everything.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have to be logical with them. I cannot treat them like father and mother anymore. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same way I would treat you. The same way I treat my children. So I don't allow us to get into the emotional aspect of father and mother or father and daughter, father and son. No. It's logical. It's this logical request.
Yeah, and nasema now with the logical request, what comes across is they separated your parents, alafu wewe mwenyewe yako marriage ka break up after ya Buddha ama
No,
before.
yangu ilikuwa break up kitambo.
Yeah. So si unacheki sasa maybe that was an affirmation after yako imebreak ya Buddha ikabreak ukasema sasa marriage ni mbaya.
At that time, I'm trying to think. You see, for me, Moab, you need to understand, I really wanted to be a family guy. Yeah. So I don't want you to think that I have something against marriage or families or whatever. It's not personal. I waited till I was 17 to lose my virginity. I waited. In fact, at that time, by the time I was losing my virginity, I didn't want to do it because for me, I was saving myself anti-marriage. Hey, bro, unganiona bana. I was a nice guy. Mabeste zangu wadija na kila mahali, lakini mimi nilikuwa
you're preserving you.
In fact, when we were in camp, we were doing scouting. Kuna day moja, I was so oblivious. I think I was in Form 2. Kwa natembea udema kanambia, nirudishe kwa camp yetu. So tunatembea hapo Royal camp usiku. I think 16.
Nyeri huko.
Hapa Tao, hapa Kibira. Dema akanichukua, akanishika, akaniweka kwa mti. That was my first kiss. She put me on the tree and she kissed me and it was sloppy and I was like, oh, this woman is disgusting. Little did I know that I would be the king of that shit. Yeah.
Ikonini, Linebet imerudi na this time imerudi na ubaya kabisa. Ni kwa nini? Kuna vile apart from kupata 100% bonus on your first deposit ukitumia the promo code MWAF, kuna very many gifts zile tuna give out. Kuna vitu kama power banks, kuna hoodies, kuna t-shirts, kuna flasks, na all na need kufanya tu ni kuingia kwa linebet.com alafu kutumia promo code MWAF. Usisahau hiyo link iko hapa kwa description. Cheki, link iko hapa kwa description. Apart from that, all your winnings zinakuja zikiwa tax free. So unangoja nini? Ingia kwa linebet.com. Wacha turudi kwa show. Ikonini.
So I was, and I'm actually still a proponent of marriage the right way, where the father is the one who is involved, both for the boy and for the girl.
What do you mean?
Yeah, where the father is the one who is in charge, like now arranged marriages. Yeah, I think if marriage is ever going to work, it has to be arranged, where the woman and the man are both leashed. If they are unleashed, the woman is going to destroy you. The man is
so unataka ulete ka kienyeji fulani.
Nataka Buddha sasa anakuambia ukishafika 18-19 pale, Buddha anakama anakuambia Mwaf. Ndio huyo msichana wako. Na mtaanza kuishi pamoja. Na anakuchukua because at that time you and your dad have a relationship over years. Yeah. But without that relationship, without your dad being in charge of who you're going to fuck for the rest of your life, you don't stand a chance.
Hiyo ni yako hiyo. So unataka nilete ka kienyeji kutoka Ocha.
Buddha atakuletea based on vile nyinyi mnaishi.
Hata kuletea tika dem fulani ka respect abo itabidi ka kienyeji cho. Kama itole huko kamezoea kubalance mother zetu to a certain level ni makienyeji.
Your dad will get you what your mother is. And if your mother was offside, he might upgrade you a little, but the whole idea of marriage, Mwaf, marriage does not belong to individuals. It belongs to the society. When the individuals took it up for themselves, that's when they fucked it up. That's why kids are growing up in houses like this. Yeah.
Houses like?
Kama haukai. Mtu yana grow up kwa haukai aje. Kids don't see outside. Yeah. We're frustrating these kids. These kids are growing up into psychos. Kids wako na development issues. They're not growing up. They have so much noise in their heads. Kids were not supposed to grow up around grown-ups. Kids walikuwa ni asubuhi nje. They grew up around other kids, but now kids are growing up around grown-ups, watching grown-up shit on TV, listening to grown-up conversations. How are they going to grow up as kids? So we messed up, and now we have this system that does not make sense. That's why people are meeting today. Now, look at someone like Mulamwa. Mulamwa na demo wake. Mulamwa has made 2 women baby mamas.
Yes.
Tukiwa tunaangalia. How do you think those kids are going to be raised? This woman will be showing that kid the father on the screen. Ule baba yako ni nini, ni nani, ni nini, ni nani, ni nani. How many kids have been told their fathers are dead?
Yeah.
Died in a grisly road accident. Wakitengeneza thika.
Dead bit, eh?
Really dead.
Really dead.
They're dead and beat up.
Okay.
Yeah, so this society that we have right now doesn't work. So where we come hapo ujaribu kureza tu atoi kivyako.
Okay, but mi muiangaliaga hivi. Muangalia life as a personal journey that every human being has to go kivyao, sindio? You have to take this path by yourself, and this is the reason why sasa mimi waga nasema kazi yenyu siyaelewagi, because niko like I can never advise someone on how to live their life. Mi nilikuwa married at 35. Ulikuwa married at 20?
28.
The first time ulikuwa married ilikuwa 20?
I think it was 31.
31. Wacheki, so si wote tumekuwa at different different points in our lives. So that's how we treat. Like this is an individual journey. Na mi na individual journey yangu ya 35, nime stick around. I'm still there after 10 years. Yako, we yako saizi ni how many years?
7.
7. Yako ili last how long?
Cumulatively, I think maybe 5 years.
Yes, you see? And I feel like yako pia ilianza.
I should have left within a month. Yeah.
Why? Nini ili happen
after
mwezi moja?
It just how do I put it? You see what you guys are, nyinyi machizi. Because nyinyi mnatafuta ile kitu, mnaishi kwa imagination yenu.
Yeah.
That's why you want kids, you want a wife, because the whole
uko na
society,
watoi na ulikuwa na wife.
the whole society. Yes, hata mimi nilikuwa chizi. Yeah, I was mad. I look at my days then, I'm like, oh, the fuck was that guy? Happy guy, kufungua gate, children, wife. Nonsense, that's bullshit. Yeah? Because those people who do that are the most pretentious motherfuckers. It's a liar. It's a life of fakery. Yeah. Because nyinyi hakuna watu udinyana kaa nyinyi. Nyinyi happily married. My Airbnb zote South Beach zimejaa nyinyi. Saa ni saa ngapi? It's almost 2:00 in the afternoon. Airbnb leo zimejaa happily married.
Ndio tuna clock huko sasa.
Alafu kesho mali stops zitakuwa imejaa tena. Na
tukichujwa.
Na chemist mkibai dawa za kaswende.
Na mapitu.
Yeah, so this pretentious life doesn't appeal to me at all.
See, kila try to understand. Hii 1 month nini ili happen you feel like this is not me.
So I put this in the book. I wanted it to remain in the book, but I'll tell you about it.
Yes.
So there's this time we went to. So when we just got married, at the time I was still doing the publishing. So to Kenda Coast. So there was a teachers' conference in Coast. You know those conferences where they just used to make money for the teachers. So we were like, hey, we have, because when you're in publishing, after some time you accumulate books for many different authors. Because author anatengeneza vitabu 1,000 achukue 800. Na saa hizo zingine so mbili. So I still had a lot of shit. So we were like, hey, let's take some few books, let's go and sell them in Mombasa. So me and my friend called Dan, we took our wives, happily married. Yeah, we took a nice Voxy, drove to Mombasa, happily married. Tukafika Mombasa, tukapika villa mzuri, happily married. Yeah, so I think I was 1 month into the relationship, into the marriage. So tukafika kwa venue. So tunasongesha vitu nini tuweke display. Nikamwambia Mresh, hebu songesha meza ulete hapa hivi akanisho Z. Nikamsho, what do you mean Z? Na unajua ni demo Islands. Aliniambia tu Z. Hakuniambia hapana, hakuniambia no na kizungu yetu ya huko.
Alisema Z.
Nikamsho, what do you mean Z? So now I looked at her because we were in the zone. We were busy fixing shit. Nikamsho, what do you mean Z? Now I stopped everything I was doing. What do you mean Z? Nikamsho Z. Nikaangalia best yangu nikamsho, I'm done with her. Imagine at that time I was done. Bro, it was so clear in my head.
So
I was 100% done.
That was the first fight. First fight. Like first disagreement. See, there had to be others.
Yeah. Oh, there were many others after that. So that was the first one where I saw her for who she really was. I was like, what do you mean no? I am your husband. I put you in a fucking car all the way from Nairobi to bring you here na kulisha na kuvisha na kufanya kila kitu. Unaniambia no aje. It's not haikuwa suggestion.
Was the table that ilikuwa mzito?
Bro, it doesn't matter. Afadhali ukufe ukijaribu kusongesha. I was not suggesting it. I am your husband. Move that fucking table from there to here. Now if you cannot do that, then who are you? Who the fuck are you in my life?
Calm down.
Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, nilienda nikapigia ule dem nilikuwa nimedump. Please. Wacha nimwacha na udem. Lakini juu ya chat, my guy. Chat kaniambia hapana KIBE, you know.
Ndoa ni kuvumiliana nini. And that time
we still had to stay at the coast for another 2 or 3 days.
So hakuna kudinyana mkiwa coast
so
sasa.
Lazima tulale kwa bed moja na tujifanya sasa rasa iko hapo my guy. Ninakwambia as long as kuna mtu kwa keja hauwezi wacha kuwa pioni. So hata wewe muafa, even you, hauwezi utakuwa unajaribu kutoka. Unaguzishwa rasa, unachizi.
Unatokwa.
Yeah, so
okay, wacha tu rewind kidogo tuende kwa church ulijipatagaje mpaka ukakaa mkokoka tukonanga that infamous yako ile waga inanibamba umepatia Yesu maisha
lifting up holy hands, man. Holy hands.
Hapo ulikuwa umepeleka watu before the Lord.
Lakini unajua kwanza tunawaambia hiyo story ya church ilikuwa puny. Now when I think about it, nilikuwa nimejientangle na watu wa ocha na watu wa ghetto. Conmen ukamkukona watu kwa church. Because for me, when I got into church, I was actually believing that church was everything.
Yeah.
I believed in the prayers that I was praying.
Yeah.
When you look at that photo, bro, holy hands.
Yeah,
I believed it.
ulikuwa
Nikufunga macho because najua God anaweza come anytime na
akupata in that position.
Vile aliingia Mary. God was come to enter me. Nikangoja God aende akuende.
What was happening there? It was what type of function?
It's rubbish. Mwambie hizo vitu za church zote ni uongo.
Nataka tuanze.
Hakuna holy hands. Just emotional people there in church, all crying because of all the problems and all the abortions that they've done. But there's nothing happening. There's no spirituality at all. At all. Bro, I'm putting out to everybody who's in the world. Show me spirituality. Show me. What do you say is spirituality? Ni uongo. Ni watu wanalia tu wakikumbuka. Boyfriend yangu ameniacha, unaona Holy Spirit ameingia huyo.
Tunatrai kurewind tunini cause kuna history nilikuwa nimecheki. Story ilikuwa ni ulipelekagwa Bible school for 3 months. So hii Bible school ilikuwa wapi? Hapa Kenya?
Ilikuwa hapa Kenya.
Wapi?
Ilikuwa place inaitwa Kabete.
Kabete Bible School.
Hiyo ndio niliambia Jagero juzi.
Okay. So after Bible school ndio kabaki umeishia India for 1 year, si ndio?
Nikaenda India for 9 months.
Oh, ni 9 months,
Yes.
Alafu sasa ukarudi sasa ndio ukajoin Burale mkaanza church ama?
Hapana. Na umekimbia mbali sana.
Nataka unipeleke step ni unataka
kama unataka story ya Burale, itisha story ya Burale. Usikam through the back door. Sema nataka story ya Burale ni gani? Where does Burale check in?
Where does it clock?
Yeah.
Wena Burale mkiwa pamoja mlikuwa Burale fakini lakini kuna hapo sijui mnadu zile zinaitwa manini? Mnadu zile sijui image.
No, but you know, funny thing is that event never took place.
Image ya
Hill Park.
Yeah,
it never took place.
Hakuna mtu alibaitiko
hata moja. Kuuza tiko ni hard.
Najua.
Uliza RAPCHA.
Nice hard.
Lakini pia nyewe mkuwa serious. Mkuwa charge 8500.
But ni charge domo.
Hasi hii time unajua huku wa KIBE.
Na hiyo time unajua kwanza nilikuwa nimeimagine watu watalipa. I knew I've never not been confident in everything I've done.
Yes.
I was sure that people are going to come and listen to me and Burale. You know the
ukapata mlikuwa Burale fakini.
Burale anajulikana kuna deki kubwa. Bro. Omse tuchana naye F3. Unajua F3?
Yeah.
Kama ilikuwa ni F1,
kulikuwa na F1 na F2.
Ya petrol station.
Hiyo ni F1.
Ni F1.
Yes.
Tulienda hapo mimi, yeye, msimu mwingine anaitwa OJ. OJ yuko Germany siku hizi. Na OJ ni kadinya ile utaiona.
Yeah.
Mbaya. So OJ metoka, I don't know whether OJ kometoka state 2 au metoka state 2. Umekam, so tuende out. So mimi, yeye na OJ tukaenda out. Tukiwa pale poko fulani akam. Poko alikuwa amekata trawa hapa. Okay, alikuwa macha slate. Unajua happily married amjuangi vitu kama hizo. So poko akikam. Based on kama amekupenda na chukua mkono yako anapitisha wapi?
Na nyweso hapo.
So ukipita mkono unasikia tufudhi una. Very nice. Na ule akifanya hivyo pia anashika nini? Anashika mboo. So akakaa mimi niko nimekaa chini akashika yangu. Akanipatia mkono nikaguza nikasema very nice. Nikaenjoy. Akaenda kwa OJ akafanya the same thing na akashika mboo ya OJ. Akasema very nice. Alishika ya linga. Siona demo amekondoa macho kondo hivi. Bra. karibu ndani uzelinga, can I touch it? I'm like, hey, what is she doing? What is this, my guy? So hey, we've had a lot of experience
Pigwa na butua.
with that guy.
So ilikuwa kabla mjoin church?
Okay, kitambo. Church ni kitu ya juzi. Church was just a small part of our lives.
Kwani
The other part is one which is bigger.
mlimit kwani mkiwa how old?
Just after high school.
Yeah.
Every morning we would have breakfast together when people are going to college and shit.
Mlikuwa neighbors
Every morning.
kwa neighbors?
Sikumbuki vile tulikutana. I think it was through my buddy OJ. But that was in 1995. No, 1994. Yeah, just when I came from Bible school. So every morning when you're going somewhere, tunaenda tunakaa chini. Place inaitwa Unique Cafe.
Yeah.
Unique Cafe iko pale Tao. So tunakaa chini mimi yeye OJ, sasa tunangoja mademo ya USIU kwa anachukua bubu yao hapo. Tunangoja mademo ya USIU akuje. Na ukiona academic cafe tunatoka nje na kocha. It was very good times. Hapo ndio tukajua sasa nani ndio nani.
Yeah.
But yeah, he became pastor way after that.
Yeah. Also mliishi tu maisha uhuni before sasa.
Mob sana. Yeah.
Na mkiamua kuokoka ilikuwa like a decision.
Haikuwa ati tumeamua. It was everybody was doing their own thing. So for me, mine kuokoka ilikuwa time mother alikuwa ananiweka pressure ni aje.
Oh.
Ambao nyongo die kwa Moreithi.
Moreithi alikuwa nani?
Pastor Moreithi wa House of Grace.
Oh.
Moreithi. So every Sunday, so niko na hangi labda na I'm eating one of somebody's girlfriend.
Yes.
Alafu mother anapiga simu. Nyongo die kanisa. So after some time, that shit got to me. I was like, mama, acha niende tu nione vile hiki tu iko. So when I started going, eventually, I was like, you know what? Let me try this new life.
Yes.
Yeah. It was as simple as that. And I stopped drinking. I stopped going out.
Oh, stop drinking too hivyo.
I stopped fucking unnecessarily. Okay, no, I tried to stop fucking.
Yeah. Mkiwa church bado mko napepetana tu.
Every now and then. But I felt guilty about it.
Oh.
At least nikienda heaven, God anajua, my heart was not in it. My dick was there, but
Your dick was in it. But not yet.
Na nini so nani Brale ashakupata story yake na nini vile ili happening because nini anadai alikuwa anadai hiyo kitu juu alafu best yako akasema zi.
Acha kwambia, acha nitetee Burale leo. Burale hajaidi nyamtu hataki kudinywa. Jueni tu hivi.
Yeah.
So hata uninwa shere yako na dinyo. So kati ya watu wawili na dinyana, wewe shida yako nini?
Demdi alidai msee alikataa.
Sasa hizi ni heartburn tu. It's heartburn.
So according to bado alikanyaga.
Sasa wewe mimi nimekuambia deki size yake inakaaje. Over the years tumekuwa na msee. Mademu wote wana scream hiyo deki. Wote bro, hakuna dem hata moja abonge juu ya deki ya Burale. So kama uniambia alikugonga, ulilipia deki.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You is a pair. You paid for it.
Ni gigolo,
my guy.
So event yenye iko happening hicho. That's nini. But kila bado na try kui. So when ulienda church before Burale? So when ulivuta?
No, I think Burale
to the church.
Burale got there before me. Yeah. Burale got there way before me. Burale alioneo hustle mapema akaikimbilia.
Oh.
Mimi sikuiona kaa hustle. Mimi nilingia hapo kaa zuzu. Ningeona kaa hustle by now ningekuwa bado niko huko.
Yengekuwa umefunga macho.
Pastor Nganga would have nothing on me, my guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In fact, if things ever get really bad, I'll become a pastor.
And
you guys will forgive me for all this shit that I've ever said.
Of course.
Including this video.
Musemaga hapa tu kila siku. Naambiaga watu kuzuzuri. Kila mtu niambiaga like siku moja one day you shall praise his name. Alafu niko like nipatieni hiyo choice. Because takienda vibaya. Yeah, that one day nitaokoka. Because unajua mimi kwangu na church, Yesu kwangu anakuwa ni fairy tale. So
you don't believe in that shit?
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
So naambiaga watu like so but everyone will always tell you one day you shall see his work. Alafu niko hiyo ndio nataka sasa. Ile siku nitaka hapo ni wanyoroshe mnipatiage free money every Sunday. Ulichekile do ya sitam.
Bro.
Yeah. Like hii sitam ya Valley Road na meki
after tax.
When things go any ujipata uko ground zero hapo ndio unafaa mfungwe church. So the Church of Mwaf.
Yeah.
Habakkuk Ministries.
Yes. Itakuwa pale
What
Jona.
I kill I.
Yeah. Itakuwa pale na nene. Oh. And kumit Raila. Kunakunga hiyo picha yako na Raila mli.
Oh, Raila is such a fresh guy by the way.
Everyone mwenye amemit waga.
Yeah.
I've met him twice. Yeah, so the first time I met him was when we were doing the book launch for Alan Wanga. I told you I was a publisher.
Alan Wanga moja? The football?
The football.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
Yeah,
published
when
his
will
book.
publish his book? Okay.
Published his book. So then, at the time, Raila was the prime minister. And we were looking for someone who's going to
Launch the book.
launch the book. And we were like, who should we go for? Should we go for Kibaki? So we sent a letter to Kibaki. He never replied in time.
Yes.
We sent a letter to Raila's office. They told us Raila is available. He's going to come. Then as soon as they sent us that letter, Kibaki people call us. They're like, hey, we can't say no to Baba.
Yes.
So Baba came to the event. Oh, he was so nicely tipsy. So we had a very good conversation. I doubt he would remember me, but yes. The next time I met him was in Bondo.
Yeah. Okay. Komenda Bondo. Yeah. Kudu.
Tulienda na Jimmy Wanjigi. Jimmy Wanjigi told me, let's go to Bondo. There's a fundraising there. So we got on a helicopter. We went. We met Raila. And Raila is sitting there saying how he feels for his country people.
Kwa nini?
I mean, vile watu wamesota nini.
Yeah.
So nikakaa hapo. Nikaangalia nje kwa parking. Parking iko na helicopter 4 and 26 V8s. Nasema yenyewe kwa kweli. And he feels for his people.
So uko US na unatrai kutuma do Kenya, baki umetumia LemFi. Na reason ya kutumia LemFi ni LemFi inakupatia the highest exchange rates. Alafu apart from that, juu ya LemFi unaweza baki umetuma $8,000 in one day. Ama unaweza tuma $16,000 in 1 week. Ama unaweza tuma $32,000 in 1 month. Hiyo ni up to 4 million shillings in 1 month. Na ni simple kabisa. LemFi app unaweza baki umepata kwa App Store na pia unaweza ipata kwa Google Play. Na another reason ya kusign up kwa LemFi ni wewe ni Iko Nini fan. Na umekuwa ukishindwa nizaje support Iko Nini. Naweza support aje hasi. Kuna vile saizi jo mfuko ni mbaya. Lakini need kutumia mother dose, so siwezi tumia Iko Nini chochote. Kuna a very easy way ili unaweza kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Support your family na pia support Iko Nini. Na unafanyaje hivyo? Unabaki umesign up to LemFi using our QR code. Baki umescan QR code. Kama si hivyo, ubaki umetumia the link ile tumeseti kwa description. Na usisahau the first $100 ile utatuma, wewe mwenyewe utapata $20 cashback. Alafu sisi juu tumekurefer, pia sisi tutapata $20. Unacheki, utakuwa umesupport IKONINI ndio tuendelee kukupatia the conversations that you like. Na pia kitu inabamba kabisa ni saizi kuna vile LemFi ina support both M-Pesa paybill numbers na till numbers. Inamaanisha unabaki umelipia madhako internet ukiwa majuu. Unaweza mlipia stima bado ukiwa majuu. Unaweza make sure that madhako iko both connected na pia keja yake iko lit up. Na hiyo ni courtesy of LemFi. LemFi, international payments for everyone. IKONINI.
4 helicopters.
That's what it takes.
And 26 V8s. And he feels for your people. This is a true Pan-Africanist.
Statesman.
Statesman kabisa.
Kwa so mko najua na Jimmy hivyo? Mlikuwa tight hivyo?
No, that was the first time we met. So Jimmy and I have tried to do things together. Yeah, but I think he's too... Unaweza semaje? Jimmy ni... Also, walizaliwa na doa kwa walezi. Jimmy can easily be president of this country. But he's so fucking lazy. So yana ngoja everything drop kwa lap yake. Akona ile syndrome ya spoiled kid syndrome. When everybody else is fighting him, he's going to wait until you pick him. Pick me because I have the skills. Show us in the playground. So yes, I tried. We tried to do something together. We've never really done anything. Yeah.
Oh. But because that time,
But every now and then we text each other.
Oh, bado nyubonga.
But nothing very important.
So he saw this other side of you. Because si by hii time mnaenda kumit Raila si haukua the KIBE wa saizi.
I was at Kiss.
Oh, ilikuwa hii time ya Kiss, eh?
Yeah. So even then I met Raila's daughter. What's her name?
Winnie.
Oh, she was so pissed off at me. Yo, what are you doing here? toa sura yako hapa bana. I've not been invited by you. Why are we having? Who are you? We are discussing. So that was the end, though.
Oh, okay.
I believe someone like Jimmy Wanjigi, if it was not just for that character flaw of his, he'd probably make the greatest president we ever saw.
Okay.
No, he feels for us.
Oh, he does?
Yes, Mr. Rambia, he feels for our country. Man.
No, he this is the guy who made Thika Road, you know that?
I was the
Thika Road was his idea.
Yeah.
SGR was his idea. Just think about how transformative those two ideas are.
Kusia SGR inasemekana alichezwa ndio akajam. Kuzunye.
Lakini Thika Road alipewa yote mzima.
Oh.
Yote mzima kuiplan kila kitu. That was his baby.
Oh, siko najua hiyo.
You need people on that level.
Na hiyo model imekuadopted even in hizi mabarabara za county. Ya Thika Road. So they give back to the bypass.
Imagine what that Thika Road did for your area yote. All the way to Murang'a. So these are the people we need.
Okay. I hope he listens though.
Okay. Na nini? So after gani utarudi first? Religion or politics?
I think politics is a better game. Yeah, because politics is not emotional.
Yes.
Yeah, religion is very emotional. But politics is good. Politics you can play. Yeah. I think what we're doing right now, even for you, Moaf, you need to consider that the angle for politics is just the next thing to do. Upende usipende. Because once you get the popularity, now make that popularity work for you.
Yeah.
Think about how easy it was for someone like KJ to get into parliament.
Na KJ excuse na choma.
Baya. Think about how easy it was for someone like Jalas to get in there. Erika Amondi is going to get in there. Any of these guys, if they try, they have a very good chance of getting in there. Yeah, so I think it's just the next thing to do. That's why we had.
Oh, Eric, mshaipatana? Because naonaga tu kimwenjojo Erika. Kuzie pia ndio alituambiaga.
Erika ni msenge. Huyu msem stupid sana huyo.
Yeye alituambiaga kama mother fulani kalikuwa kana kumaintain.
Why did he say that? Nilim hate your time nikamuuliza sasa hiyo ni story umetoa wapi? You see, for me, when I talk about you, Muaf, or anybody else for that matter, I talk about things that are out in the public domain.
Yes.
I don't go beyond that. Beyond that, that is your business.
Yeah.
So what is in the public domain that Erika Amondi was saying? I'll create a narrative to mnayo. Forrest Gump. So I found that to be very weak. Nimdarao ni aje.
Also hakuna kamadha kakote kalikuwa enyewe kuzimetuambia tu jia
umesikia story madha hapa mahali
enyewe hakukuwa na madha yote
by now sikungwara na picha hata moja
kusikota jua
miaka ngapi huko hakuna picha hata moja kipe na mama mzungu
walitwa Judith kuzumi nakunga nikisikia hiyo story ati kuna kamadha kame kumaintain so ati later him unadu show kusuko ni after kusuko ni after kanenda raundi.
That guy is a beauty. Nilimdharau hiyo siku bana. So mimi dharau watu fanya vitu kaa hizo. Because there's so much to do. Why lie?
But una understand kwa nini walikuwa na hit back? Cause pia ulikuwa rasa pia ulikuwa haga. Ulikuwa naamka tu na go at someone. So of course they have to hit back. You understand? It's a game. You hit me, I hit you.
Yeah, so I agree. You can do whatever you want in
Yes.
your life. I just don't think you as a man lying is something you should just be so comfortable with. Because if you lie, imagine this guy came up with a script. It was all a lie.
See, maybe
Just think about that for a second. This guy sat there, called all the cameras, and he lied about something he has no clue about. Sat there and lied. No evidence, nothing. And lied. What is that?
kwake maybe alikuwa nachukua he was making jokes. It was a joke to him. Maybe the joke wasn't funny.
I want you to put that clip here. Okay? Tell your editor to put that clip here. And you see the conviction and the way they did it. It was all curated for them to push that lie. That clip is on the internet. You can find it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kibe na mama. Because nakumbuka. Alafu sasa ukiwa Texas hiyo na manisho umeamka asubuhi and you find it trending. Ama?
can't remember those times, bro.
Yeah, because I remember.
But yeah, most of the time, even when I got kicked out of YouTube, niliamka nikapata 80 missed calls.
Yeah.
Eriko Yugi had called me I don't know how many times.
Oh.
So the timing there is a bit different. It's very interesting.
Alafu pia nasikiagati wakikukik hivo they don't even pay you that last payment.
They paid me everything.
Oh, they paid you,
Paid me everything, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The best ni nulo kupata kutoka kwao ilikuwa how much? The best check?
Maybe 16, 17.
Oh, 16, 17. Euros ama?
Euros, yeah.
Euros, huh? Oh, okay. Damn, that was some good money. So una understand kwa nini yote ilikuwa nasema protect the income, kanikujia jo. But you understand
but
what
again,
I'm saying,
wewe
protect the
unatoka
income.
kutoka point ya usoti.
Yeah, nimesota jo, unajua
So
nitagrow
if you move away from that, then because otherwise if they're coming for you,
Yeah, I know. There's nothing you can do.
that you have said or
Yes,
that you can say
yes.
to stop them from coming.
Yes.
If they've decided it is you.
Yes, najuaga hiyo.
So there's no
Unakuwaga na
protect
hiyo.
the income. There's burn down the whole fucking building with everybody inside it. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, look at what Trump has done. Aliingia hivi akasema huyu watoke waishie. Yeah. So we need people who are strong enough. And that's why I was very pissed off at you, Marv. I was like, you are on this side. How dare you think that there's something that I've done? Because you're on this side. Hata wewe kokoto kwani ni dakika ngapi?
Najuaga hiyo. Najuaga hiyo.
It's just one person who hates you, or maybe your wife one day akasirika na wewe aende wafanya feminism meeting. Your girlfriend, a jam. One person somewhere just doesn't like you, and they sit, and it's not a logical meeting. It is a meeting to take you out.
It's a destructive one.
Very destructive.
Najuaga na kuna kwaga na hiyo that certain level of.
But
Just
I
take-
also don't see it as a bad thing because I would never have come back to Kenya. For me, it was a very beautiful thing because now Kenya opens up. At the time when I was making the money, Kenya didn't make sense to me. Ningerudi kufanya. There was no reason to come back, not even for the kids. I would have continued making that money and doing what I'm doing and living on that level, and that would have been fine. But I had to come to Kenya. So for me, I look at it like a direction. Because sometimes we're so obstinate, you don't see what you need to do next. So for me, I know maybe it is rationalizing it.
Yeah.
But also, I have seen the benefit of also me coming here.
Okay. So alafu kuna kitu watu misunderstand. I don't know kama unajuaga. Naonaga watu wengi wakisema KIBE alikuwa na make do mob juu alikuwa US. Unaweza you understand that had nothing to do with where you are.
The location matters nothing.
Yes, because kuna watu walikuwa nasema hivyo naambia
Because hakuna job wanajua nilikuwa nafanya huko. There's no job that people know that I was doing in the US apart from being on YouTube. So how do you know whether I'm making money or not?
Yeah, so watu
So YouTube money is YouTube money, whatever you are.
I matter because si yako I'm assuming it was still coming to Kenyan accounts.
Yes, it was still a Kenyan YouTube account.
Yes, it was still a Kenyan.
So I had to have a Kenyan account, Kenyan bank account. So everything was happening over here.
Yeah.
Only that my content, I'm doing it there. And I didn't need to leave the studio.
Yes. Okay. And sasa nini tukikuja tu kitabu kwa nini uliamua kuandika kitabu?
There's a lot that needs to be said, especially by me.
Yes.
And, I have seen some of the transformations that have been made by our young men around the world by some of the things that I've said, like some of the shows that I've done. I can see the transformations. They're all over my inbox telling me, thank you, I did this, I did that. It was something so stupid that I said, but it changed somebody's life. There's a guy in Kentucky who one day sent me $300. He told me, KIBE, you know what? I was struggling with this, and I made that decision after I listened to you.
Yes.
But I was struggling with that decision. So I've seen those many transformations over time. And now when I was kicked out of YouTube and now all these things that happened, I'm like, you know what? It's time to put this in a book.
Yes.
As simple as that. I've been a publisher for many years. It's time to put this in a book. And there's no other better time to write a book than now.
Yeah.
Now all the tools are there. So like if I take a whole 2 months and sit on this motherfucker, or however long it takes, just to write the book. So that's what I did. And I put all my ideas there, all my, not all, but So I'm calling it the KIBE 28 commandments.
Mm.
I looked at Moses and I said his 10 puny commandments were not enough.
Mm.
We need another 18 on top of that.
Mm.
So I have 28 reasons to why. 28 commandments if you want to live a good life.
28 weeks of unapologetic masculinity.
That is the masterclass.
So hiyo ni unapologetic. How? Can you give me a few examples? Because ndapatia an example moja nilicheck majuzi ya Amerix and I found it to be funny. So Amerix alikuwa amesema Charlie ndiye anafaa kuname mtoi na dem akiinsist on kuname mtoi then you should ask for a DNA test. And I felt like that's a very feminine trait because it's insecurity. Why are you so insecure that you want a DNA test because of jina? Like kama alikuwa nagongwa nachiki whether umename mtoi because I don't want to name another nigger's kid. Najua like kana nafikiria ni mtoi wangu inafaa kuwa ni mtoi wangu.
So dem akikataa kuname mtoi jina yako, what do you do?
Okay, it's never even crossed my mind. It's one of those things.
Just follow that thought because you're already saying Amerix is feminine. So
I know I find it feminine to react with I want a DNA test. I find it to be very.
So what do you
emotional.
do when the chick says no?
I don't know what I'd do, but I'd not ask for a DNA
Follow
test.
through because Amerix has told you what he would do.
Yes.
What would you do?
What would I do if Tema insists? It depends with the name. Is it a name that I can live with? If it's a name I can live with, I can live with the name. The kid
The
will
woman
still
has
have.
said no to your bullshit. She said, I am going to name the kid.
Yes.
To hell with you. So what do you do next?
You can threaten about financial support. You can always threaten.
This
that.
is your wife.
Yes.
She said no to you naming the kid. What do you do next?
So I don't think I'd ever find myself in that situation.
Okay,
I think
so
I've
now
always
Amerix is saying that if you find
Excuse
yourself in that situation,
ndio nakwambia I always look at it this way. Women feed off energy yako. Kuna dem anaonaga hii raya inid heshima. Ndio na feel ni kama mkifika level mnaargue juu ya mtoi udema kuheshimu. So you should not even be there. Acheki. Kuna faa kuwa na ile design as a man kuna hizi vitu na lead. So since na lead this just comes natural.
so
Acheki,
if ever it happens, the woman says no to you, you walk away.
I think
Because you shouldn't be there in the first place. That's what you
Yes.
said.
And
So if she says no to you, you walk away.
haitafika hata time ya mtoi tutakuwa tushaachana before because itakuwa there'll be signs.
So let's assume there are no signs. This is the first sign. So this is it. Either you name the baby or she's gone.
I don't think it would get there. That's why I think it's such a
Stop assuming.
it's such a
because
hypothetical situation
you
that I
brought
don't
it
think
up.
as a man.
You brought it up.
Yes.
And you are castigating Amerix for taking a position.
Yes, for taking
But
a
you don't
feminine,
have a position.
for taking a very feminine
But you
position.
don't have a position.
My position is
It will
as
never
a
happen
man,
to you.
It will
has
never happen to me.
And I've never taken time to think about it.
Yes.
But Amerix has. So why don't you take time to think about it and give
because
us
I'm not insecure. That comes from insecurity, and this level of insecurity
But it's
comes
never
from
happened to you.
it's ni feminine energy.
It's
Feminine
never
energy.
happened to you.
Skiza. Feminine energy ndio waga inaogopa. You're cheating on me. It's a very feminine thing to assume someone is cheating on you more
Also,
than a
women
man.
are the ones who are supposed to think that men are cheating on them.
Yes.
Men should never think like that.
That a woman is cheating. Ukishajua naenda akunaga forgiveness. You can't come
So
from
udem
that.
ukimwambia umtoi ataitwa Mwaf Junior aseme z nataka kumwita after my uncle my late uncle
Of course.
Shimeshero.
Hiyo kwenda hiyo. Yeah. But haiwezi fika hapo.
That's very feminine.
My word
Because
is my
what's-
word is supreme. My word is supreme. Me, that's what I'm saying. Like I find it to be very insecure that tunaargue mpaka juu ya jina. Inaonyesha there is no respect. And to me respect inakuaga it's something that mi unajua sijai kuwa na dem dramatic. Sijuko ushakuwa na dem dramatic.
they're the best.
Sijai kuwa na dem dramatic because me muputigio energy I don't tolerate bullshit. There's a way you act around me. I respect madem kabisa nini, but hizo ujinga za sijui utarusharusha maplates kwa floor, utanislap, that's out of the question. So maybe hiyo ni ile ujaka yangu na
So what if she
wakana nayo.
does?
What if she does?
Yeah.
Hiyo ni siku ya mwisho. Me, you don't bring any fucking
Good.
drama.
And why are you blaming Amerix? Amerix
You
is
see,
saying,
yeah,
my
Amerix
position
ni
is
name.
if this bitch first things first, if she cannot allow me to
Name the
the
kid.
kid, then it means there's a problem here. Next logical thing is find out if the kid is mine.
And
Again,
if you find
remember,
out- if you find out the
you're
kid
living in
is
a
yours-
society where you can't just fucking walk away.
Okay, so skiza, if you find out the kid is yours,
Yeah. Then
Yes.
you walk away and raise the kid from a distance.
yes, and the kid will still have the name that the kid was given by
Whatever
the mother.
happens after that now, see where ushaji disconnect.
yes but
tuache kufikiria mbali. We are saying at that point that relationship doesn't make any sense. As long as this woman is defying you, the relationship cannot make any sense. She cannot instruct you, but you can instruct her. Now, whenever you instruct her and she says no to you, then that is a dead relationship.
But to ask for a DNA test because mmekosana juu ya jina is to be insecure mpaka unafikiria ulikuwa unadinyiwa.
Si insecure, bro, it's logic. What mean insecure? Why is she refusing why would she say no to my name being on the child? Why is she giving the
jina yako itakuwa bado, the last name will be there.
Kama utakuna mtu huyu unaweza kuwa na mtu huyu after babake,
the last name will be there.
If my tradition allows me to name my kid, you as my woman have refused me to name my kid, then you cannot be my woman. That cannot be my child.
That makes sense. But to ask for a DNA test is to be insecure, and this is what mimi this is what mu have shida na nyinyi as masculinity coaches. I always feel like you live in a very insecure world where, for example, kuna kitu moja usemaga dema nafaa kwa hao juu akienda kwa ofisi ya dinyo. You say it in different words, but you say it around that, and to me that's a certain level of insecurity. Like awezi ishi dem yangu na dinyo pahali, like it's too so you understand. Unaona kwa nini na associatigi masculinity coaching and insecurity, because that's a very insecure life.
But it depends on what you're building.
That's very insecure.
I mean, are you going to have a ranch that has no fence with prized bulls in there? Zitembe tu pale zinataka ziko insecure. Umbwa wewe, put everything in lock and key. That's why we have doors.
Yes.
So how am I just going to this is my bitch and I'm going to allow her to be whatever she wants to be? No, she's my bitch. She's going to behave like my bitch. Whoever it is I decide, she's my bitch. This is my woman. I decide what happens with her. Now, if she's not my woman, I have no power over her. But if she's my woman, then everything she does is me. She's raising my kids. Whatever she does in that house is me. She makes a mistake, it is me to fix it. Now, she's either my woman or she's not.
Yeah.
Simple.
Okay.
But I've also
she doesn't know the line.
What I'm going to say is,
what
I'm going to say, I respect the fact that you've embraced your insecurity and you're living with it. Because to me, that's insecurity. Mimi,
if you're comfortable,
me on the other side, mimi ni zile raya waga zina believe jo sigongewagwi jo, na nikigongewa inakuwaga unforgivable. Unacheki? Like hakuna space ya ati ndoa ni kuvumilia, ndoa ni nini. So wganisha put the law inakuwaga ni sawa, wamekubaliwa kudujinga yote out here in this world, lakini jo kucheat, that's where to draw the line. So I don't even need to think about it because nilisha lay down the law, nishaisamaga that hii kwangu ni unforgivable. So since tushaibonga, unaweza enda place yote nitakwenda, wewe fanya hivi, fanya vile, I'm good, I'll sleep. I won't even worry that you are out there ukicheat, because it does not even cross my mind. Why? Because I don't need the woman, I want the woman. Kuna very big difference between needing someone and wanting someone, because when you need someone, you know natanigiata, it turns violent. Because akikuacha utaniachaje na nilikupeleka chuo, utaniachaje, unacheki, now it turns violent because you need them. You should never need anyone.
Are you staying with your woman?
Yes.
In the same house?
Yeah, suishi nyumba moja.
And so what is all this you're saying? What are you talking about?
You see, but you and a job.
What are you saying?
You and a job.
Mtu wako lazima uprotect, upende usipende, whether you like it or not, mtu wako lazima uprotect.
But anaendaga job.
Ataka anaenda job, lazima uprotect. You cannot allow your person to do what they want in your own house. The rules are yours, not hers. Okay. So today we decide I end the job. What happens?
You itakuwa ni jinga pia on my side.
No. Just flow with me.
Tunachana.
Forget the logic. Let's assume we're all stupid.
I think tutachana. I think tutachana.
Ukidecide leo, mama nani, decide kutoka leo, your job yako hainimeki sense, come and stay in the home and raise my kids.
Yeah, tunachana. I think tunaweza achana.
Because she doesn't listen.
Not because she doesn't listen, because it would be unreasonable on my side. I would have changed so much. Because from day one...
No, bro, it doesn't matter. Unaweza kwa IKONINI labda umepewa deal ya 100 million.
Of course you anaacha.
Of course.
Gani do kama hiyo anaacha. Hata yeye mwenye hata hezi kwa ni story. But hii saa hizi ile...
So for you, your relationship is based on what you provide for her.
Not, but...
So right now you're unable to provide for her. That's why she has to work.
I can still provide, but
no,
ile,
you cannot tell her to stop working because you cannot assure her that what she's getting from that man she can get from you.
Yeah, to some level that's fair. I'll let you have
true.
that.
So that's what you are. That's where you are right now. She's not your woman. She belongs to you and the person she works for. So mnagawana hiyo energy, upende usipende. That's the truth. Because dem atoka asubuhi na
But sasa tugawani kingono, because ngono sasa
unajuaje?
shida. Siku najua.
Aje.
Najua tu.
Aje.
Because ni mimi.
And dem atoka home asubuhi 6 anarudi home 7 at night. Na analipwa.
Yes.
Na mgawane.
Yes.
Anafanya kazi gani?
Zi hapo tuwezi au ukiona kitu moja fani na mimi
nimemit waseka wewe kuna msanii anaitwa Dizo kaa wewe tu kiburi stawa aligongewa tu hivyo tu the same way you're talking
na ali forgive
did he forgive wamewachana
yeah because as long as unajuanga the cardinal sin if there's anyone with cardinal knowledge there's no going back. So kuna kwaga na hizo that's the energy that you have to put out there but ukiputi energy yenyu ya insecurity ukienda nje utagongwa ukienda wote utagongwa it looks ni kama unanidu
ni kama saa ukienda ni kama unaenda ushaenda Diani
nishaenda Diani
kuna skydiving Diani unaweza enda kufanya skydiving uruke kutoka ndege
inakuwaga how much hiyo kitu nazataka sana kuidu ya because my fear of heights jo nazataka kuidu because nani alituambia alifanyaga Savara walipiganga ka sauti sol I think what
wakaruka kutoka ndege
waliruka
walinidina vile Petero alideny Jesus so ukienda kuruka tu hivi umsa anaruka kwambia there's a 51% chance you might not land
hata 2%
51%
hata 2%
asa stats ndio zinaongea more for me I'm brainless mimi sikwangi na akili mimi kazi yangu ni kuongea zile vitu ziko huku nje
kwa stats
mimi ni stats tu
na stats zako
so stats zangu zinasemaje mademu wenyu wanagongwa nyinyi mmebeba kaswende na kizonono maristopes Kenya if today we were to get rid of marriages then we would get rid of maristopes Airbnbs 90% of the clubs
yes
and clinics because of zile magonjwa mmebeba
so but wacha tubongejwe 28 weeks of masculinity so apart from insecurity what else mnauza nini haijanidunga kusikuagi insecure like one of the things nakuaga na a certain level of self confidence that self confidence has never been an issue for me ajua so that's why sifiligi need ya nyinyi
are you ever going to get married like to another woman?
I don't think so because niko happy pale niko saa hizi if things change but so far I don't sioni signs za vitu kuchange because bado yonisikiza ananisikiza na anisikizagi juu ati namthreaten na kamikina hiyo energy ya threat nikwaga tu mi ni mtu nimetulia tu
no but who's talking about threats
nyinyi ndio kama
are you looking at your relationship
nyinyi ndio
so your threats imetoka wapi
si nyinyi mnakuwaka insecure
so your threats imetoka wapi
dema kienda nje sikiza dema kienda nje mnagopa mnagongea
akina nani mimi nimekwambiaje talk to me I am here as Andrew KIBE nimekwambia hivi and please don't get it wrong nimesema the stats say demo wako akitoka kwa keja every morning anaenda kufanya mwanaume mwingine kazi chances are high atadinywa huko either na mwanaume ama wao wanaume wako nao hapo kando yake these are the stats this is not me
which percentage is this sema percentage
they even have in categories wanasema nurses is number 1 so demo yako akiwa nurse unajua anadinywa ile inaonekana akiwa hostess akiwa in the service industry akiwa anauza insurance so hizo ziko you can just look it up
anauza
insurance anauza pia sehemu yake
so anauza kila kitu
I want to know the percentages
so these are the stats na dema kutoka kwa hao that's why the Muslims are very careful wakasema dema kutoka kwa hao asitoke peke yake anatokaje peke yake because madem hawawezangi kujicontrol kama wanaume
okay
and you see for men even our control is almost unnecessary because women are not chasing us down but wewe imagine when dem umetoka Kayole mse wako jana mmekula mayai 3 unatembea kwa bus stop mtu asimamisha gari hata kama ni ka VW Passat I mean
okay so you just start tunabonga juu escaping poverty so tukitoka kwa so escaping poverty wacha tubonge juu journey into manhood so of course not everything, I don't want everything, but like which ume explore which topics